What's going on, guys? Today I'm excited to bring you a demo video of this beautiful Brit-Tone amplifier. As you can tell, it is a very much a Soldano inspired design and sound, but where it differentiates itself from the Soldanos is the extras and improvements to the circuit, tweaks with quality of life things, if you will. And I think that it strikes a really good balance of not messing with the original formula that made the SLO 100 such a great amp, but also does improve and tweak things just a little bit. So I'm going to kind of run through some of the things that the guy who builds this, Bruce Dowdy, I'm going to run through some of the things that he's done to it, and I've got some post-recording material you can hear after I get done talking. But basically, you know, the layout is exactly like an SLO 100 with the addition of the depth control here. You do have the Warren Hayes mod is switchable on this one, so you can toggle that on and off if you want to. Of course, you've got channel selector, and if you're on the normal channel, you have your clean and crunch mode, and then for the normal channel, you have your bright and normal switch as well. One other tweak that Bruce has made is he's changed the effects loop so that it no longer runs the way that the Soldano loops run. You can run pedals through this thing, which I ran at 2 gigs already, and it works really well. And let's see, he also adds a solo boost on there as well, and I'll show you the back of the amp after the video so you can see the solo boost control. And you have the option when buying one of these to get a dual switch TRS jack so that you can control the channel switching and the boost from one dual button switch, kind of like this one that I've got here that I was using. And you have the option of getting LEDs that run off a 9-volt battery inside the pedal. So really handy, just small little tweaks to kind of just make it just that much better, in my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started here, just kind of running through the features and quick little sound clips. I'm not really going to play anything anything fancy here, but I've got post-recording recordings that you'll be able to hear after all this. So anyways, here we go. This is the new normal channel. Bright. So the depth mod, I really like that this thing is usable all the way up. It probably, there's no way that this is going to actually translate to what you hear in the video, but if you have a cabinet capable of those really, really, really low resonant frequencies, this knob is really going to shine. I think if you have a 112, it's going to be able to really fill out the sound in a really good way. And if you have a big 412 like the Splone cabinet I'm using in there, it's really gonna just fill out everything really well. Anyways, back things back down here. Go over to the Overdrive channel. I'll start with the gain low. Alright, here's the Warren Haynes mod engaged. So you can hear how that really, it kind of rolls off the top end for a nice smooth overdrive. If you're wanting like a nice, smoother lead sound that doesn't cut quite as hard, then that's what that thing can do. So anyways, let's get back to it here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. One thing I do want to mention here is that with the Overdrive, it does kick in pretty hard right around between 1 and 2. And one thing that I've got Bruce doing for me is there's another one of these that I'm kind of working with him on, and he's putting a different type of pot, like a dual stacked pot in here for the Overdrive preamp gain. And basically what it will let us do is kind of tweak the rate at which the gain comes in. It's going to be much more finely tunable, if that makes sense, and much more linear. Like it's going to be a much more smoother increase in the gain instead of kind of cracking wide open around like right here. So interested to hear how it will compare to what's in this one. But anyways, I will put more information on this thing, where you can find out more information about it, all that good stuff in the description, as well as some more footage of this amp just really tearing it up. So anyways, stay tuned. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Bruce will be checking the comments out, so if you have any questions directly for him, feel free to chime in. Alright, so this is the back of the amp, and as you can see, you've got your speaker outputs, you've got your impedance selector, you've got your solo boost control level, and the switch to switch the boost, and your foot switch for the channel selector, and your effects loop. So if you opt for the dual button foot switch, the TRS switch, this selector right there, that was where you plug in your switch, and it controls both the boost and the actual channel switching. You've got your handy bias points here to check and adjust your bias if you switch tubes. And I think it should be worth mentioning that after talking with Bruce about his overall philosophy on building these amps, he is one of the most meticulous people when it comes to the wiring and the selection of components. He only uses the best of the best because he believes that that's what you deserve as a customer. And it speaks volumes when he's willing to spend $1 or $2 extra here and there for just a little bit that much better parts versus what he could use. And after seeing the inside of this thing, which I'm sure after you see the pictures of it, you will agree, it is one of the best looking insides of an amp in terms of the cleanliness, the wiring quality, just the small details like the little bits of heat shrink tube here and there just to clean up the overall aesthetic. Even if it doesn't make a difference with the sound, the visual presentation it's absolutely second to none. I mean, I really mean that. It's a beautiful bit of work inside the amp. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully with some more work from Bruce. In fact, I know we've got some more work from Bruce coming because I've got the snakeskin one, the snake coming with the different pot in the Overdrive level. So I'll get to hear how that changes the way the Overdrive comes in, and I'll do a video on that one also. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care.